Hey guys, what up? It is Sarfnic here. Welcome back to another episode of Harth History. Wow, it's been a while, okay? College happened, and I couldn't set up this interview with Dwayne. I tried to set up this interview. It almost happened, but then it just didn't happen, and now it's not going to happen because this episode needs to be released. So here we go with the Harth ARK one. Now, this is actually going to cover the first part of it because the server closes and reopens. This will cover up till the time it closed in January of 2021. So, yeah, Harth SMP Season 5 had kind of died out. And everyone was ready to play Ark. I know Warcries and Aramus were excited. Eggsick and Destiny. Eggsick's now known as ButterTaco, so we'll call him ButterTaco. ButterTaco and Destiny were pretty excited. I was excited too. And we had some new people too, like Sam, and Destiny was something new. Butter had actually done Ark with us previously, though. So, the season began, and Aramus invited a lot of his family members who, weirdly enough, like Ark Survival, evolved. The first team we'll be talking about are the Vitterfolk, ran by Cathagad, aka Jake, Aramis's first cousin, who's basically like a brother to him, the closest thing to a brother that Aramis has got. They primarily took over the center west of the side of the map, so that was what they did. Cathagad invited a couple of his friends. You know, he built kind of near some hills. He actually had multiple bases. Then next we had the champions of Egg Hollow, Destiny and ButterTaco. They actually took Herbivore Island, which is in the way southeast side of the map. They made it their own place. But shortly after, they merged with the starter team, which was Warcries and Aramis's team, specifically called the Five Worlds Refugees. They had multiple bases. They ended up building a mega base on the east side, center east. They mostly inhabited the east while having some territories spread across the map. And at the beautiful Hidden Valley, they actually claimed it because I wanted it for my terrain, but I was not able to get on because I was on my last day of vacation was when this season began, and they took it from me, like motherfuckers. But it doesn't matter because I joined their team, and later got kicked, and that started Nature's Guardians in the way south center side of the map near the big rocky area. I actually built my own base for a while before eventually being reinvited after a couple months. I whistled all. We'll get into that later, and then it also became their territory, so it also merged with them. And then finally, there was the Forge Lighters Lion Danger. I don't know, probably pronouncing that wrong. Aramis in the comments be like, "Fuck you, bitch!" It was Aramis's dad's team. We call him Dwayne, but his in-game name is Balagar. And also Aramis's mom, Lacrim. Oh, I like you, Lacrim. You're a pretty nice lass. Just kidding, Dwayne. Don't kill me. They settled on also the western side of the map. They ended up building a second base. They had like two bases. One on the way western side of the map, and another one on kind of like the southwest side of the map. But overall, these teams were pretty active. Dwayne, he was kind of a grinder, and he helped us out a lot. We had alliances between all the teams. So from July 2020 all the way to December 2020, we had a good fair few months of fun on this Ark server, on this Ark SMP, you could call it that too. From the main Harth crew, Aramis, Warcries, Sam, Butter, and Destiny were active, as well as me, Sarfnic, of course. So around August, I had some whistling all controversies. Here's one clip of me whistling all, and I'm getting really mad.
Let me go kill this car.
No!
What are you doing?
Whistle all by accident.
You fucking moron!
Look, it wasn't keybinds. I was trying to whistle follow for imprint.
Out! Where's my tribe manager?
So what happens, I actually whistled all twice. Two different ways, though. One time it was just being dumb and hitting J by accident and unbinding it. And then also, one time it was like I was meant to whistle follow one, but then hit all by accident. So, whistle all, for those who don't know, is a command in Ark that whistles all dinos to follow the person, and it's pretty messy. It can lead to getting kicked from tribes, and it's just an annoying quality of life thing that Ark needs to improve. Like, there needs to be a way to disable it completely, but Ark is dumb and they don't do that. I was pretty pissed about it because it was an accident, bro. Why would you like get in trouble for an accident? That doesn't make any sense. So what happened was I ended up complaining and then getting kicked from the tribe. Yes, the starter tribe that literally anyone could get in to, and moved out to build my own base. I built this like cool little valley base. You can see some screenshots on your screen right now, and stayed there for a couple months before being reinvited, and then having some fun times in December with Warcries and Dwayne. We actually went dino hunting. Here's some more screenshots of that. And that was about it. The server shut down because everyone didn't want to work on it. Cathagad's group, the Vitterfolk, actually straight up left the server and didn't even come back when it reopened in September of 2021. So, yeah, that was about it for the ARK server. I know this is a short video, but there really isn't much to talk about from this SMP. It's mostly just ARK grinding. Anyways, into the interviews. Hello, Mr. Deer with the Glock. We meet again.
Zane from Ninjago. Good to see you again.
This is the 7th or 8th time now.
It appears that I'm more integral in Harth history than I expected. Really
Not for
just
the
that
earlier
good.
stuff. But anyways, we're going to be talking about Harth ARK 2.0.
AKA Harth ARK Season 1, the first official installation of any Harth ARK. So, just as a PSA, for generalized Harth projects, what we do is if there's substantial die-out for interest in one of the projects, we divert the resources that we use for that project to something else. In this case, Harth ARK went to other stuff, the
Warframe,
unofficial Among
Valheim.
Us, Warframe, and Valheim. Yes.
General thoughts on the Harth ARK 2.0.
It was fun. It was way more fun than being in a mega clan or whatever they're called with
Mega
the Aramus and War. Yeah, mega tribe. It's way more fun doing that. That server was probably my most fun on ARK.
Okay, so I love ARK as a game. You to being trained on Harth ARK already, the training server, and everyone had gotten their little one veterancy point, their little special one veterancy point for that. Harth ARK Season 1 was meant to be something much more official, something tantamount effectively to a mega SMP season in importance, more or less. The veterancy scaling for ARK was very unique. I designed that at the start of the season, and Harth ARK plays a major, huge, pivotal part in the post-Minecraft lore of Harth. Now, everyone rolled their lore characters in this, and there were immediately some major factions that were created. For those of you who are not familiar, which I just realized is actually most of the server, ARK is a survival game that you're basically tasked with building shelter, you know, your typical survival game stuff, but there are dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures in the environs which you dwell, and mysterious sci-fi objects surrounding you. Your job is to survive, thrive, and then escape through usage of your normal survival game mechanics, but taming these dinosaurs, using them as combat mounts, as gatherers, farming animals, that sort of thing. So basically, the entire server is a gigantic scale map, and geopolitics are very important on official because you can attack other tribes, including while they're offline on official, and kill other stuff, destroy. But Harth ARK is meant to be a peaceful SMP style of a PvE server, if you will, in ARK. So I will now describe the factions that kind of emerged during the season, because there are quite a few to go over here. It was about as popular as an SMP season, actually, for the majority of its stay. So the Holy Egg Carton, which was Exik and Destiny, set up on what is known as Herbivore Island, off in a far-off corner of the map, fairly limited resource access.
It was our base during 1.0, actually.
Yes, that's where we set up during the Harth ARK training. So the Holy Egg Carton takes that. You have the Yeatertons, which I believe was High Predator's team.
AKB Michael. He's from Harth SMP Season 4, if you guys remember.
Yes, so High Predator's team takes over one of the caves in the lower south, I think, and makes like a little shelter on a boat.
Yeah, didn't High Predator build a raft and then get killed by a whale, then rage quit?
He didn't work on enough foundation. He worked mainly on taming. So yeah, he got killed by a whale, and then he just rage quit. That was it. And the guy thought he knew ARK. He always bragged about how many hours.
Yeah, I
he
remember
had.
him flexing in the call.
Yes, got a big wake-up call.
Us, the Five Worlds Refugees, which is all of the unified characters from the factions in what we see in Harth Adventures a lot once they unify, which is a major lore corner as well. Set up in Hidden Valley with a lake in the middle, and made a very nice structure there. Warcries and I would each, who are basically the two tacit leaders of that faction. The Warcries and Aramus on the same team rule does not apply in ARK. We still need all the might we can get in ARK. So that's just for SMPs. I built a gigantic tree fortress in the redwood forests. Warcries built a gargantuan castle out in the plains near the big mountain in the east. You also had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson come in and create his major faction, the Forged Lighters Laidangur. Now, they had initially set up a small forge camp on the waterfall, but had taken over the overlook in the swamps in the south. And last but not least, there was Bittervolk, or initially, as it was called, the town of Westholm, which was Cathagad's team from a allied Discord of ours known as Horizon. They're mostly WoW players, but WoW was kind of in its off season at that time, so they decided to come play with us. That is the main summary of almost everyone who played on there.
We spent a good amount of time screwing around, making some good memories. Yeah, like the cheetahs mugged my son. You should probably post an image of it on the screen right now.
It is.
I was on the unicorn. Destiny was running underneath, and War took the picture, and it was of the Michael Jackson song. Fuck the lyrics of it. It sounded like cheetahs mugged my son. So we put that over it, and we were just dying laughing. It was like 3 in the morning or some stupid shit like that.
Listen, I remember so many times we were just in a music channel playing Ark together. It was fun.
Good old times.
And what caused you to merge with Warcries?
It was more or less me and Destiny going, hey, they know how to play the game better than us.
Oh.
Let's go leech off of them.
Now, you may remember an incident with Whistle All, correct?
So,
Talk about that.
for those of you who don't know,
You fucking moron!
Fill that clip up.
You fucking moron! Look.
Oh, it makes me laugh just thinking about it. Sarfnic was also part of Warcries in my team, as was Sam, Snowfall, a couple others, Krat,
Gamer.
Destiny as well.
Yeah,
on.
the merge.
Yeah, so yeah, there's that as well. Kind of unimportant. But the whistle follow all thing. Whistle follow all is a command that you can use in Ark to make every single dino, every single pet of yours, every single thing that's subservient to you, follow you. Now, if you're in a organized base where there is collision with your pets in game, and you have all of your dinos very neatly lined up in optimally efficient positions, a whistle follow all can be quite hard to undo and can be very irritating and should be unbound the second you get into the game. But somebody didn't want to. Insert clip. So my patience was at its end. I thought I had trained you well, Zane from Ninjago, but you still had a long time to go until you reached your full potential, your true potential. Yeah, so we kicked him out and he formed his own faction alongside one other member, I believe.
Gamer.
Nature's Guardians.
Yep.
Who would take over the cliffs on the spire, the stone spires in the south side of the map.
It ran for about 2 months, 3 months, and then you guys re-invited me back. Or I think Warcries did. You didn't actually invite me.
Yes, this was during the time Warcries was constructing his big castle.
And then we had a big castle in like the middle of the map that we lived at.
We progressed through 2 of the 3 first boss fights, but this was largely a casual thing for most people. They didn't actually want to push progression at all. Honestly, that's probably where the most sustainable Hearth content will be coming from in the short future. I only wish the barrier to entry in terms of cost for Ark wasn't that high. I remember we had to kind of scrounge for some people to be able to get it, and it's a very computer-intense game. It requires a fairly good computer, like Boof couldn't run it effectively.
So, that's about it. Concluding thoughts on Harth ARK 2.0?
Hearth should definitely continue investing in the Ark side of things. Ark is actually one of the more favorable games. I think it has immeasurable potential, it has immeasurable lore potential, and I want to see us progress through the maps after Harth History Season 6 ends. I think that's going to be our next big thing.
Yep. And there will likely be a part 2 video for this one, since technically it isn't over. We'll see. Thank you. Once again, Deer with the Block.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, ButterTaco. This was your last interview for the series. So,
Yeah.
congrats, you made it to the end. Well, I mean, until we
season
get to
6.
Season 6, which that video won't be coming out for a while because I want, like, at least
That's
a
the only
year's
one you
worth of
guys
stuff.
need to watch,
to
you
happen.
viewers. I'm not going to
Yeah.
be in any other ones until 6. No reason to watch them. I'm the best part about them.
You're gonna watch next episode because it's
No,
good.
no, you don't want to watch it.
Fuck you. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed those interviews. Again, I really wanted to interview Dwayne, who's Aramis' dad, pretty active, also known as Balgar, but he's been pretty busy, so yeah, I just wanted to get this out finally. Thanks for watching. We only have 1 episode left, which is the Sponge SMP. It should be a pretty big episode. You guys will see it soon.